Hey everyone, I'm spending the day listing on Poshmark, so I just wanted to show you guys some footage of my whole thought process and all the steps I take when I'm listing an item, just to give you guys some ideas or inspiration or some keywords to use and how I list an item step by step. Let's start out with this aloe sweatshirt. So as you can see, I pictured a lot of different angles of the item, and I also put the measurements in the pictures. I also mentioned in another short video I posted the other day that I've started to do videos to get some more traction during the summer when things get a little slow. And I have to say, I think it's helped a lot. I have gotten a lot of, if you go into your app and then go over to the stories tab, I've gotten a lot of notifications of people liking my stories, sharing my stories. So it's a really small step that I think you should be taking just to add a little more exposure to your closet. All I do is take a 5-second clip of just showing the angle and then zooming out on the item. Then I take out the sound. And then when I post the story, I'll put the brand of the item and then the size so people can see that information in the video. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to start with is the title. So I always put the brand first. So we're going to put Aloe Yoga. I am not the fastest typer, so bear with me with this. So I always put the brand first, and then I will always say what the item is right after the brand. So the second most important keyword I would probably say, if we're looking at this item, would be a sweatshirt top. So I'm gonna say a sweatshirt hoodie top just to add even more words in there. Next thing I do after the main keyword in the brand is I put the department and the size of the item. So I'm going to say woman's size, size small. And as you can see in this picture, it is slightly cropped. So I'm going to put cropped as a keyword in the title. And then I just keep observing the item to see what other keywords to fill out that title I can use. So it looks like we've got a open back cutout detail. So I'm going to say back cutout, change that to 2 words. I believe it's 2 words. So I'm going to say back cutout, characters left. So this is when I try to think of just a couple more words to describe it. So for this one, I'm going to say sporty, and then I'll put the color. So I believe it's a mauve color, if that's how you say it correctly. As you can see, I only have 1 character left and I filled out all of these keywords. So just really go in and try to figure out any descriptive words you can put in. Just anything to fill out that title is going to help you so much with SEO. The next thing I do is I copy and paste the title into the description just to have those extra keywords in there again, and it also adds more words to my description. After I've copied and pasted the title, I'll put the condition the item's in. So I'm going to say pre-loved condition, no flaws. As long as you're using the keywords for necessary reasons, can't overuse keywords. So, and you always want to get as many words in the description as possible. I saw on Poshmark's blog, over 100 words into the description helps so much. So we're going to put the department and the size again. The next thing I'm going to put is the measurements. So a lot of the times I'll just leave the measurements in the photos and say, refer to these measurements. But when I'm in a hurry listing and the photos aren't very appealing like this, if I don't really like the look of it and I feel like it kind of takes away from the look of the item, I will write these measurements into the description instead of posting those pictures. So we're going to look right here, and it looks like the pit to pit measurement is 19.5 inches. So what I'll do is I'll go down here and I'll say pit to pit measurement is 19.5 inches. And then I'll delete that photo and then go to the next measurement photo I took. And you can always leave these photos in the listing photos. I just sometimes, if I don't like the look of them, when I just lay them on the carpet or you can see pieces of my phone charger in it, I just decide to delete them and write it in the description instead. So the length of this sweatshirt is 15 inches. So I'll write that in the description too. All right, and now that I have all this filled out, I'm gonna go over to my Posh template I have saved. So I always try to add a template at the end of that, just welcoming, saying I'm new arrivals, stuff like that. If you guys want ideas on templates, I tagged the short video I posted below with examples you guys can use for your closet. All right, after the description's all filled out, we'll go right into the next step, which is the category. So this is women's. Sweatshirts and hoodies have always been in the tops category. So we'll go right here. It's a single item, and then we'll go size is a small. It is not new with tags. And then we'll write the brand right here. And then the color mauve is like a pink purple. So I'm gonna put both just in case, but I do. And then we have the tags, and I always suggest people use these. A lot of people don't, which is why I think you should, but just think of the brand and what people relate with that brand. So Aloe Yoga is obviously yoga, so let's start with that. And then any other athletic, sporty keywords, we'll just do those ones exactly. Just add those in. It's another way for people to help, another way to help people find your items. And then I always put the original price as 0. I know a lot of people say different things, but Poshmark in their blog says to just put 0 if you don't know. So I've always put that as the safest way. And then listing price. This is where you can use the suggested price tool I've also mentioned in other videos. That's very helpful. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick one of these items that's closest to mine. That one looks pretty similar. Let's go through and look a little bit more. That one's kind of similar. It looks like it's between the $20 and $30 range. So what I'm going to do, because a lot of my sales are made off of offers, whether it's me sending offers to them or them sending offers to me. So I always add a few dollars onto the price of what I'm hoping to sell it for. All right, guys, we're going back to the description really fast because I just noticed something I didn't mention in the description that is a big deal. Right here, a flaw. And I'm going to tell you guys it's because the drawstring is missing, and I totally forgot about this, but we're going back to it. So what I do is if there's a flaw on the item, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this as the last picture right before the video, because the video always has to be last. And I'm going to change this description now. I'm going to say missing the hood. Otherwise in great pre-loved condition. Give you guys an example on how to describe a flaw in a listing. So I'm glad I noticed that, because now I need to factor that flaw into the price. But other than that, it's in great condition, but it is missing the drawstring, so I'm going to give it a few dollars off just to make up for it. So now that I've factored in that, I'm going to say I was going to list it for 30, but now my price is going to be 25 because it's missing the drawstring. And I like to sell my things low. I like to move things quickly. So we're just going to set it at 25. All right, and so now you can see we've got all the pictures, a short clip video that will add to my story, titles filled out, descriptions filled out, then my SKU of where the item is stored right here. However your organizing system is, always make sure you put the SKU so you know where to find your item when it sells. And we are ready to list. I connect Pinterest. I think it helps a ton. So if you have an Pinterest account and connect it to your Poshmark, I think that will help you get more exposure to your closet, and it's completely free marketing. And we're ready to list. And that is how I list my items on Poshmark. Sorry, I was kind of all over the place with a few things, but that's usually my routine and how it goes. And I hope that helps you guys out. And let me know if you enjoy these videos, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much.